is to try things that have never been done before. Right? Does that make sense? Somebody mentioned Einstein earlier. We had somebody from back there, and I think Montana, you mentioned Einstein. One of his great quotes, anybody know about consciousness, his quote on consciousness and problems?
Oh, yes. This is one of my favorites of his. He said, problems are never solved on the level at which they're created.
You guys hear that? You can't solve a problem with the same consciousness that created the problem. Right? You can't solve a problem of party leadership, or you can't solve a problem with the way the government works with party leaders. You should, right? And that's why, is anybody here a party leader? No. Well, you've been. Maybe I know.
But not the traditional party.
Not a traditional party. Let's say this. Republican, Democrat. But the point being is, you can't solve the problem, right? So you actually need to try new things. That's really the point. You are required. We can't do it unless we try new things. Yeah?
You know the definition of insanity?
I do, but why don't you tell everyone?
Anybody know?
Yeah.
Same thing over and over again, different result.
Yeah, basically expecting a different result by doing the same thing or some form of format.
This is a Ben Franklin
Doing
letter.
the same thing all the
Yeah.
time, expecting a different result.
Ben Franklin wrote that to his father in this great letter. He said, for everyone who's waiting, not many will hear. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing again and again and expecting a different result. That sound familiar? Ever heard of a change election in the media? Right? Oh, this is a change election. We're going to change everything by doing the exact same thing we did 2 years ago, and 2 years before that, and 2 years before that, right? Every election since 2006 has been a change election as defined by the media. How has that worked out for you guys?
Changed.
Yeah, nothing's changed, right? So the idea of trying something different. Now, what I mean by harder as well is that you can fail cheaply, quickly, and adjust, right? Like that's what that also means, is that you can try something. If it doesn't work, you can quickly adapt and try something else, right? But so the value is we have to try some new things. We have to try a lot of new things, some of which will not work, and that's okay. So laugh, learn, and adjust. That's kind of the value here. Transparent in real time. Does anybody need a definition of transparency? Right? Right. We're all pretty much on the same page there. As leaders, what does this mean for you personally? Right? As you go back in your communities and you then become a representation of Americans Elect. That's what's going to happen. You guys will be leaders on behalf of Americans Elect, on behalf of yourselves, maybe if you're a candidate like David. That's fine. Being transparent about what you know and letting people know as soon as you know it is kind of what we have to do, right? So you may not be able to answer every question about Americans Elect. That's okay. You don't have to. As soon as you don't know something, ask other people. This is a team now, so maybe somebody else knows the answer to the thing that you don't know, right? And if we can't answer it, then we'll just be honest and transparent about that, but doing it in real time.
Like streaming.
Like streaming, yeah. So this is transparency, right? If for instance, if let's say people who are scared of Americans Elect now wanted to know how we were talking to leaders across the country, guess what? We're totally transparent with it. We are totally open sourcing this. Anybody can take these ideas and do whatever the heck they want with them, right? Anything that you guys are saying, other people can work with too. No problem. Yeah?
There's like a thing going on with Americans Elect, and you guys, not you, but like just Americans Elect in general, they wouldn't tell people who's sponsoring them. I don't know if that's still an issue.
Yeah.
But that I think is a big deal in terms of transparency. Right.
So I think that's a bigger conversation. So we're going to parking lot it and actually talk about it after lunch because I think it's a great question.
This, while you're on the parking lot, can you add the candidate issue?
Absolutely. So one thing I will say, and it's really interesting, and I know Calvin will talk more about this because it's kind of more interesting than mine in some ways. But on the money side, I used to work in government transparency. I worked for a group called the Sunlight Foundation, which some of you may or may not have heard of.